Olódùmarè. Kábíyèsí, ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹ bá a sọ fún àwọn ènìyàn wa báwo ni a ṣe tẹ ìlú Àgbádárìgìdò.
Ẹ ṣé o. Ní the year 1200 àwọn kan wọ́n dìde pé àwọn fẹ́ lọ sí ìrìn àjò. Wọ́n dìde ní Ifẹ̀ pé àwọn fẹ́ lọ sí ìrìn àjò. Ara wọn ni ẹ̀yà tí a ń pè ní Àpárá Ogun, àwọn Ewes àtàwọn.
So, many people do not know that Ewes have a history in Nigeria. Let's talk about how the Badagry area, southwest coast of Nigeria, has been inhabited by indigenous communities of Ewes for several centuries. The Ewe people of Nigeria have a fascinating history of migration from the ancient Oduduwa kingdom. They were said to have migrated from Ile-Ife around the mid-13th century, lived in ancient Benin City and Old Oyo before migrating to Ketu. Some settled down in Dahomey and Togo, but the majority are in the Volta region of Ghana. However, there were some who decided alongside the Egun people to settle in Badagry around 1425. Badagry comprises of 3 ethnic groups, which are Egun, Awori, and Ewe. Another source links the people living at a settlement called Berefu as the Ewes of Oyo. Berefu Island, also known as the Point of No Return, is a populated historical location in Badagry. The island's first settlers and real landlords are 2 Ewe communities under one umbrella, which are Baragada and Kofeganme. The Ewes of this island were salt merchants and seasoned fishermen who migrated from Keta around 1734. One of the recorded notable events in the history of Badagry was the acquisition of land by a Dutch trader who was locally known as Yovo Huntakonu. He arrived from the west, settling in the area after fleeing the wrath of an African chief. In 1736, Huntakonu set up a trading post in Badagry, which served as a corridor for Europeans to carry slaves to new destinations. During this period, political refugees fleeing aggression from King Agaja, the king of Dahomey, ended up migrating to Badagry. King Agaja, who was seeking an outlet to the sea, was warring across the coast, and the resulting war caused an influx of people living along the Anlo coast of Keta, Wemi, Wewida, Alada, and Popos to settle in Badagry. And this is why the dialect of the Nigerian Ewes is identical to the Anlo Ewes. In fact, their dialect is categorized into 3 variants, Anlo Ewe being the dominant group. They are also dominant in over 15 villages in Lagos State. Throughout centuries and from generation to generation, gradual back and forth migrations occurred, involving the return of members of some Ewe families that led to a final settlement in the Badagry area. The Ewe group of Nigeria in the practice of Atlantic fishing trade moved out of Badagry and spread to other parts of coastal Lagos State, where they combined coconut farming with fishing activities. And for the avoidance of doubt, Ewe constitutes as one of the major indigenous ethnic groups along the Lagos, Badagry coast. The heritage has been upheld by the Association of Ewe Indigenes of Nigeria. These are just a few facts about the Ewes in Nigeria.